touch. Long gone fairy tale, yeah, we killed the rush. Been months of acting a fiction and staging Valentine's. Wake up, yeah, I'm kicking the castle down. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk. I think it's time to talk. Be true to what we want. Forget how you felt from the outset. Hope history said. Ooh, yeah, I think it's time to talk.
She burns the bridges in my head by lighting up a fire. Bury my old thoughts instead so you could feel the same. I lay alone with you inside my mind. We would dance the night away to the morning light. Can I give you all of my love till we dance the night away? Can I give you all of my love till we dance the night away? And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. words, I don't care if I'm right. Let's just buy a bit more time. I live alone with you inside my mind. We would dance the night away till the morning light. Can I give you all of my love till we dance the night away? Can I give you all of my love till we dance the night away? And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. Yeah, yeah. And we give you. And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. And we give you all my love, all my love, all my love. Yeah, yeah.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on a full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the second semi-final. Here we have Bruh, Imagine playing CS against Team Venair. Andy, what do you have to say about these teams?
Well, I'm imagining playing CS right now,
Yeah?
and I despise it, and I agree with them. Imagine playing it.
Imagine playing Counter-Strike. We hate
We
Counter-Strike.
hate Counter-Strike here. It's true. That's
We have
a certified CS rep. I can say I hate it.
CSGO rep tells everyone else he hates Counter-Strike. But
That's true.
we've got the vetoes down, so we know the first two maps. We didn't actually bother to look at the third.
I saw
So,
that they banned Rialto, which was a little bit depressing.
wait, it's Rialto? They
They
banned
banned
Rialto.
Rialto. One
Oh,
team banned Rialto. They
I
had a
wanted to
chance
see
to pick
that.
it. Oh, it's me. Oh wait, that's my bad. Just gonna get the show on the road. Here we
Well,
go.
we have got first map is going to be Train. We'll be heading into the knife round very shortly, and then well, we've got Overpass, I believe, is the second map. Maybe
I only saw two things. I saw someone banned Cobblestone. That made me sad.
very
Someone
sad.
banned Rialto. That also made me sad.
Yeah, Yeah, I'd like to see both of those maps at some point in this tournament, maybe in the
I mean,
final.
I had a little look through the demos yesterday, seeing what the maps were picked. There was one Rialto map the entire day, and that was sad. And it was like a 9-1 stomp. So maybe that's telling you a bit about how that map really works. Oh, can we switch back into the game? We're in the game. Sorry, I didn't realise. It's all good. No, no, no. We're all good. And here we go. CT side, we got Bro Imagine playing CS versus Team Veneer. Team Veneer, of course, finishing top of the Swiss bracket yesterday. Originally Team D, changing their name to Team Veneer.
Yep. Well, they're not top of this game at the moment because bruh, imagine playing CS have just taken out Team Venair with a quick double tap from Rusk there. Andy's laptop here, giving a little bit of feedback
Yeah, a little bit.
into our microphones.
Yep.
Sorry if you can hear that.
We can solve that in just a second. I think I can call a pause. We'll go fix that out. We'll probably switch back to cams, and I'll show my head. We'll do the end this round,
Are
just not
we
cause any
are we
confusion.
pausing the game for this, or are we?
I know, do some gun noises, and then we'll. Lot of bangs, I can tell you right now, as the Deagle does get fired off from Unusual after that first pistol round. Taking the loss, taking the L, now they're on the Deags and pistols as they try and work their way out of teammate. Rusk on top of green trade, looking to see if he can spot any players. Does spot one, take him down extremely low, down to 18 HP. That Deagle not doing enough work, and Nuff is just going to clean up shop, and it's down all onto Unusual with that Deag, and it's just going to go down. Right, we're going to see if we can pause, and we're going to see how this works.
I'm gonna see if we can mute the laptop audio so you guys.
Can you switch it not on the game, please? I don't want to see people see my desktop.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Right,
thank you.
I shall
Hello.
re-stand up. Sorry about that, everyone. Hello, welcome back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Andy's going to change the laptop audio settings there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we should be back into the game very soon. Bips, yes, obviously did pretty well yesterday. I believe Bips, yes, so Bruh Imagine playing. That is the team that's been subbed in because sadly our fourth seed couldn't make it. So we did play a tiebreaker game yesterday at the end of the Swiss stage, and it was Bip against Rampaging Wolves, if I remember correctly, and it ended up being Rampaging Wolves took the win. They then sadly had to drop out last night. They couldn't be here, but fortunately, BIP there, bruh, imagine playing CS, were able to step up, and they are the fourth seed for this playoffs bracket. So they obviously are playing the first seed. They're going to be playing Team Venair, aka Team D from yesterday, who went 5-0, didn't drop a single map, and we will see what they can do today in this second semi-final to find out who will be the second of the two teams in the final. Obviously, Tagalog Peak, the first to make finals so far. This is going to be a best of three as well, starting out with Train, then going to Overpass, and not sure of the third map just yet. BIP obviously starting off the semi-final with a 2-0 lead. It's just me. Hello. Still waiting for this audio to be a little bit fixed so that we can continue this semi-final. Technical difficulties and all. Again, must apologise for technical difficulties earlier today, as well as those that happened in the last match, as well as this match. Eventually, we will figure out how to produce without issue. And my observer and producer are currently hiding over this laptop to try and fix whatever issue there may be. Shout out to the audience coming down. Maybe you can hear them, maybe you can't. Nick's very quiet. Uh, maybe you can hear him there. Uh, Obviously, if you do get knocked out of the tournament, feel free to come down. We're in Building 42. You can buy tickets on native. Oh, I think they're free tickets on native.susu. Come down, have a good time. Uh, we've got the game on the big screen. You can probably see me on there now, but we will have the game on there when I'm not here, standing, looking like an idiot, with Andy next to me. Is the game? I have got the thumbs up. The audio is fixed. The audio is not fixed. Okay, that was just a random thumbs up. Andy, if you could get on this faster, please. I am just filling for time here. And there's not a huge amount to talk about um, because this is Wingman, and I don't know these players too well. Obviously, we observed, I believe, both these teams yesterday at some point. We did cast both these teams at some point yesterday, and Team Venair obviously beat Tagalog Peak yesterday, the other team to make finals. So we will see what Team Venair do to Bruh Imagine Playing CS. Obviously, being 2-0 down at the start of the map is a little bit strange for what should be our top seed. Not sure what's going on here. Andy still struggling. Uh, Perhaps Andy has considered turning down the volume on his laptop. Uh, I don't know. Come on, Andy. He's got Jack up again. My producer, computer science student, third year, expert in all things audio, techie, and everything. We'll see what Jack can do here. I don't think it should be too long before we hop on over to the semi-final, but no, uh, still taking a while. But yeah, I'm expecting Team Venair to take this game pretty confidently. BIP is they were a strong team, but they didn't go undefeated like Venair did. So I'm assuming Venair, if they're still in the same form that they were yesterday, will be pretty confident in picking up this series. Maybe Train isn't their map, although I'm pretty sure actually that Venair beat Tagalog yesterday on Train. Unusual uh, uh, in for Tagalog to be beaten, but also unusual the player doing quite well there to pick off Ting and J-Shaft multiple times. And we're going to see what what they can do to this much lower seeded team. Obviously, Tagalog were actually the number one seed going into the Swiss stage. Venair here, unsure actually of their seed. It was pretty high, but we'll see if they can manage to make finals in the playoff stage. Has the audio been fixed? The audio has not been fixed. I'm getting a shaking head from my fellow co-caster. What's the deal? Sipping his Red Bull. If you want some free Red Bull, come on down to Building 42. Come on down to the Cube. I've got loads of Red Bull here. You can get from somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. I can see. Wait, what? Okay, Anan is getting rid of it all, and probably drinking most for himself. We'll see what happens. We should be fixing the audio very shortly. We're going back on into the server now. And Andy, can you confirm, has the audio been fixed? Probably. That's the best I'm going to get out of my production team here. Great stuff to hear. We've got it all fixed potentially, maybe. Back onto Train. We should see the 2-0 scoreline
Now it
return
should be
here.
fixed now. Everyone should be happy. We just hop it back in the serve.
There we go. We're back in. 2-0 to BIP. We'll
Why has it done that?
see what these
Oh
players
no.
can do. We have obviously got Team Venair here over on the right with the strong team of Unusual and Mist. Apparently, I've heard the news that's leaked that Unusual and Mist are forming a Southampton super team with the remnants of some of you may have heard of it, the Clown Fiesta squad. I've heard a rumor that Unusual may be taking that team pretty far. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, NSE and Yule starting very soon. In fact, a week today, you can sign up to NSE and Yule. NSE will start obviously next Sunday, and Yule the Tuesday afterwards. And we can get some potentially stream some Southampton matches. Maybe we can get someone to stream some Team 4 games. We can see Tagalog Peak play in Team 4, or maybe Team Venair. You might be able to see them stream. Maybe someone will stream for that. We'll see. We can get some Southampton games out next weekend as well. I'm just going to take a look at the buys here. We have got BIP CS here with an M4 and a FAMAS. Team Venair, double AK. Pretty good advantage to the T side really here this round. The utility for BIP, it's not great, but that's all right. They're on the CT side, they're holding defensive. They are waiting for Team Venair to come around the corners. Obviously, the main thing this game is to wait and see if Unusual can get unlocked, because he's been a pretty standout player, especially yesterday. Top fragging, I'm pretty sure all of the games in their 5-0 streak. We should be starting the map or restarting the map in a very short time. Let's see what happens. We are struggling to get the game unpaused now. Not sure what's up with that. We're going to go back to cams. You can see my beautiful face. Yet again. We're not going back to cams. We are going back to cams. You don't want to see my beautiful face. So one member of the production team does not want to see my beautiful face, but the other one's telling me that we're going back to cams. So there you go. Screen behind me. You can see. Oh, I can do that with my hand. Hello. Is that the dog? I can't remember. I don't want to do it. I'm very bad. It's fine. Look, we should get this game going shortly. Andy completely messed up the server here. Honestly, we can blame it all on Andy. Andy and Jack, that's the CSGO rep, and Andy, the president of the society, and Jack, please place all blame on them. I am just a lowly caster. I'm also the treasurer, beside the point. Please put all complaints towards like Jack Draper at gmail.com, something like that. I don't know. Just send all the complaints his way. Same with Andy over here. Find him on Discord. He's the CSGO rep. Just send him a bunch of pings, like complaining about how Hanno's had to stand here filling for like a little bit of time, but it's fine. Oh, I can see the Twitch chat. Isn't that exciting? Come on, I want to get some poggers in the chat. We've got Gintio in the chat. We've got Kalenko in the chat. We've got Isonoskaya in the chat. We've got Molinkai. Okay, I don't know how to say your names, but I do have the Twitch chat with me now. So, yo, Isa from Immortal23314. Good stuff, Twitch chat. Good stuff.
We're Counter
We're gonna go
Striking. We're
back
back. We're back.
to the game. My producer telling me
Oh,
stuff late as always, and we're back in the game.
funny story. It wasn't my fault. So you could.
It was all Andy's fault. Not a fano of the Hanno. Thank you, Joe, for that. Oh, I've had the Twitch chat taken away from me, ripped from my own hands by my producer. But we're back in the game, Andy. What's happening?
Sorry, I just saw Jack come over and rip out the iPad from the tablet from your hand, and it was like taking like candy from a baby. It was actually the saddest thing I've seen. Sorry, as we go into this, well, it's 2-0. We may have missed a round or two. It doesn't matter. We're all here for the laughs. We've got lots of Counter-Strike here today in Building 42. Come down if you're allowed. I don't know. As Nuff goes down to Unusual on the Team Air side. And then Frank's just coming back and forth. Rusk with the trade gets Unusual down to 25 HP. And he goes on top of Green Chain looking for Unusual in the sandwich area. Is he going to spot him? It looks like Unusual has, though. No, he hasn't. He's just looking around. He hasn't got a clue where he could be. And here's him drop into the back of Green. I don't think he might just catch his sense of timing here, and he does get the spray, but whiffs it onto Rusk. Couldn't believe his luck he wasn't looking at it. Got that 90-degree flick, and Bip, 3-0 now.
Yeah, Bip coming out strong on the CT side. Now, to be clear, we did see this again in the first semi-final. The CT side coming out with a very strong first half, so it is to be expected that T side is so difficult on Train Wingman. But I think Unusual, the rest of Team Venera, obviously they're missed. I think they can still get some rounds here. They want to get at least 3 or 4 to mean that when they swap to that CT side, they can at least do some work. A lot of damage there onto Rusk. He's going to be put down to 31 HP.
Oh, Unusual actually gets the scout. And the force buy works out for the terrorist side. That's what they say on some. That could be the strategy, a valid thing to do, which is keep forcing until you win. And then you have a good economy for the next round. And it says Wingman, you just out-aim someone with a scout. Very conveniently, you've won the round. So it's good like that.
Yeah, you do. And we see Rusk. He's picking up an AWP on the CT side. It is oh so strong, especially from Ivy or from Connector. But his teammate there, just with the P250, really forcing out the buy here.
Maybe a miscom on the BIP side.
Just 2 AKs. Not a lot of utility. Oh, and there's a pick for Rusk.
It just missed that. It'll 1v2, and the pistols work out. The shoddy buy. Don't know, didn't check that. Probably should have looked.
Probably should have looked. That P250 proving lethal at that range. Nice little headshot there. Does a lot of damage, even if you have armor. And
the AWP looking like a good decision that round. So all is well.
Taking back the control of the game.
And we're actually going to go into an AWP again. Well, for the first time on Team Veneer. Unusual is going to be the one wielding this gun. Looking towards Ivy. Don't know quite where Rusk is. Rusk is taking the pick from top green. He's going to go for the falling shot and actually dies to Unusual. And it's a 2v1 now for Team Veneer. Just enough left alone. Hannah, what would you do in your situation if you were Nuff? What's the play?
I mean, I personally would overface and die, but we'll see what Nuff does here. Probably much smarter than I. Going for a 1 versus 2 to keep the bit. Oh, Nuff, a nice headshot there. Team Vinette, last hope on unusual here with an AWP. He's holding the angle and he gets him, and that's 4-2. Bip losing the round there in a bit of an awkward scenario.
Bit of an awkward situation. I mean, it was nearly a misplay from Veneer, taking the bomb onto the other side of the map, going through Ivy, taking that 1v1 fight, but it's all okay. Unusual was confident with the AWP and is able to take that pick. And it does put Bip in an awkward situation with this half buy coming in. Enough have enough money for an AWP next round. Two Deagles. Be interested to see how they play this. One going towards Ivy and one going into the connector. Looking for the pick. Not going to get it on the AWPer. And the terrorist side just going to slow down, making sure they're not pushing close. Meanwhile, Rusk is on the flank of his life with a Deagle. And it's whether they won't have heard him at all. Probably not missed. Might be slightly aware. No, that the player pushing into sandwich might have just distracted him, and now Rusk with the big flank. Nuff just got to stay alive here, play for his life, and Rusk can maybe just clean the round here.
Oh, he misses the shot. Not going to take either of those players down. Both of these Deagles towards T-Con. One goes down, unusual. Fragging out with the AWP. Spots the second, doesn't do any damage. And Nuff here in a 1 versus 2, and all he's got is Deagle. That's going to be a rough clutch from him. Spots the player running away, but not going to get the frag.
It was a really well played round from Bit. They got Rusk all the way out Ivy, he had the big flank. Nuff stayed alive for so long. Rusk had the easiest kill. Well, not the easiest kill. He whiffed, but we also okay. We all whiff. A lot of counter strikes still, best of 3. And Nuff is actually not going to whiff there, and he's actually going to take out unusual, go to a 1v1. Could potentially just save this AWP and take it next round, and it doesn't hurt. They could even double up next round if they wanted. It could triple.
Yeah.
Okay, not triple up. That's a weird one in
Yeah.
Wingman. But
We'll be going into the final round of this half. Now, T-side is pretty hard, but Team Venet, they've already got 3 rounds, and if they can pick up this last round,
it'll
I'm
put
going to be pretty confident they'll pick up this first map, because them on CT, it's scary.
that'll
That's
put
who
them in a,
Tagalog fell to yesterday.
that will put them in a really strong position. 3 rounds is already good. 4 is sort of the pistol round. If they take it, you're going to think they're going to win the rest of the map. And we all know how good Unusual is already on the AWP. Taking these fights, not going to get the fit kill there. And Nuff is actually going to take him out. And it's all left on Mist. Walking around Ivy, all alone. No utility. And is he just going to get the peek here? He's going to get spotted. He's going to go for the shot. And fall away. It's a tricky one. He's just going to have to take some dry peaks. And that's a situation that no player wants to be in against the AWP. Especially on outside train.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Missed 1 versus 2. Going to be creeping out of T main here. Going absolutely silent, hoping the CTs have no idea where he is, but someone was holding the angle there. Enough should have spotted the cross. Team Venet do want to pick up this round. Obviously not too bad if they don't, because the CT side will be a little bit easier for them, but Mist, he's walking out now, spots one, doesn't take any damage, but gets a little bit of damage onto that CT player. Bip, both these players towards Hell, and one back by Green Train.
And Mist, is he going to check this corner here? And hell no. Oh, now he knows. And now it's a tough situation. Just jump straight in. It's actually going to take the kill onto Ruff, and he's going to get traded out. An interesting way to pick that angle, but it did catch you off guard.
Yeah, it was an interesting one, but it almost worked out. He got the frag, the trade just came a little bit too fast, and that's going to be Venet actually 2 rounds down here at half time.
But as I said, 3 rounds on the T-side trade. That's not bad at all. And you're really expecting, minimum of 2. If as long as you're getting out, it's going to struggle. But yeah, Missed only on 2 kills. Clearly struggling a little bit taking these fights. But maybe on the CT side, get the confidence up. All it takes is 1 good pistol, 1 clean headshot, and you're back in the feeling good headshot mode. And that's maybe what he needs at this time.
Maybe that is. I mean, he certainly needs to step up here to carry his team to a victory. 2 rounds down, obviously only 9 rounds to win in Wingman. There's not every round counts a lot more than in a competitive 5v5 environment. You're going to see the teams have swapped BIP on the T side. What can they do with these Glocks and their little bit of armor?
Going for the full armor setup, that implies they're going to go for maybe a contact play somewhere. Maybe play it slow up Ivy, that's a classic one. Maybe take their time walking out team main, make the CTs nervous, make them split up. Or they're just going to go for a fast A main play, which isn't bad. And they just wonder where they're going to go and where they're going to take these fights. Miss maybe spotted the player in Olaf here. Is going to take that kill with a very nice frag. And now Rusk in a 2v1.
Unusual here. Very low HP, so Rusk managed to tag him down. Oh, both players for Team Venair. Very low HP. Rusk with all of his, obviously only takes one USP headshot to kill him. May have heard that player running. He could go for the bomb here. The other player is in Olaf. He does spot the player, Rusk here. He's
Rusk,
panicking about this Ivy guy, but he doesn't know they're both towards Team Main. Oh no, one is in Whitehall, sorry. Going towards Pop Dog.
Rusk's got the bomb now, which means it's all in his hands, and he can just take these fights. They're split up at the moment. It will take a really good trade here to win this round for the CTs, and they do.
Well, it almost worked out for us.
Almost worked out. He got both of them though. It's very unlucky with the Glocks, getting those headshots but not getting the kills. It got me a little nervous there, Venair, splitting up. One person going all the way through Ivy, back into T-spawn, up into the Brown Halls and down into Pop Dog, but gets a trade. Well, gets the swing, and it's a good round in the end for Team Venair. Both players staying alive, and they go into this round with a Mag 7 and an SMG going into the upgraded pistols.
Yeah, we're going to see, obviously that Mag 7 has been bought quite a lot this Wingman tournament. I'm not sure how effective it's really been. Every time I've seen it, it's ended up dying with not a lot of damage done. But Unusual's bringing it into this map, and Mist picks off the first there. BIP with one player alive. Enough. Oh, he turns around, spots out Unusual, but Unusual going to get the kill with the Mag 7. That's a lot of money in his pocket there. I believe it's 900 you get with a shotgun there. Great stuff. And that's going to really fill the economy. Almost paying for itself.
And we're at 5-5 now, we're in the first buy round for the terrorist side. So a real chance to get themselves back in it and take the lead here against the bonus round, which is for the CTs with the guns that they kept last round, only an SMG and a Mag 7. Wonder where this Mag 7 will go. Looks like he's just going to try and chill a connector. Surprise them on the bomb plan if they're sloppy. And Rusk and Nuff just going to work their way out team main together. Not being given any fights from the Venair side. And they're not going to be given much for ages. It looks like it's whether Mist is going to be the one that oversteps the mark here in the hell position. And Rusk, a very unusual place. He has to check this. He does, but Unusual's there with a Mag 7 and he's just going to take him out. And Nuff's now all alone against the AK and an SMG. And that's the bomb as well. That's absolutely a disaster for BIP. And it's all over in that round.
That's Team Venair taking the lead. It's been a while since I've been able to say that, but they're going to pull ahead 6-5. Mist and Unusual doing huge work with those SMGs and shotguns there, which means their economy is looking stellar right now. They have all the money in the world, and they've got AKs from that last round. BIP feeding them over to Team Venair, which is going to mean those one-tap headshots are a potential. We saw a lot of them from Unusual yesterday, so I'm expecting Unusual to go big here for Team Venair.
Yeah, it's Mist has actually got 4 kills already, those 3 rounds. And there's Unusual with the first kill, all on Rusk with an armor and a dig, which was actually dropped over to him at the start of the round, which is quite nice. He might actually catch a play off guard here. No, the timing isn't going to favour him, and Rusk is just going to take him out. A nice little team ace with a Team Venair, looking very strong on this CT side.
Yeah, 7-5, getting closer to that match point. Obviously, Mist and Unusual, the 5-0 team from yesterday, looking pretty strong. It does not like they've lost their edge here. They were looking a little bit weak on the T side, but that, again, is to be expected on here on Train. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on the second map, because Venair, I think they're going to be able to take this one pretty confidently.
Now, I would not be expecting this AWP if I was on that CT side, like with the money the way it is. And now they know that's their hand gone. And it's all about whether they can use their utility now to get it out. Rusk is going to have a little bit of difficulty getting out here without any armor. So he might be hoping to catch someone off guard. Mist and Unusual just going to play this really passively, splitting up across the map. Trade potential isn't extremely high, but the frag potential for Unusual here is getting higher by the second.
We're going to
And
see
Neff.
Nuff walk out sandwich. He does get spotted. He gets taken very low, but not killed. And so Unusual here. Gonna feel a little bit. Right, he's gonna give a lot more damage, and both the bit players looking real low here. But Unusual goes down. What can Mist do? Both these players are low, but Rusk does have an AWP here, and he spots him out, and that is Bip. They're gonna put it back. They're
Yeah,
6-7 right now.
Unusual was in a very frag heavy position there. You have to hit your shots. Was hitting the body shots, wasn't going to land a kill. In a different world, maybe he gets a luckier headshot, maybe he gets a lucky at another spray, continued, he gets one kill and he stays alive, but he's not able to convert any of those body shots, and he's actually going to buy an AWP here to straight up counter Rusk and not let the man 2k again. Seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, seems like a very good idea because Rusk did a huge amount of work last round with that AWP. Oh, Unusual. He may have seen the edge of that player there. No. One in Olof here. Gonna push out now? Potentially. No. Mist going on a massive flank yet again. Unusual gets one. Looking for the second. Has already got out. Rusk is behind the E-box smoke here. Will he spot out
I
Unusual?
don't
I
think they
don't think
expect him. They
Unusual
don't know he's
expects
here.
it.
They can't know he's here. And it all falls onto Mist on the big flank, and it's almost a certain kill. Yep.
Wow. A big flank from Team Venair. But this time it worked out.
Yeah, that was a really nice flank. Unusual just did his job right, stayed alive for long enough, didn't overstep the mark. He could not have predicted. They knew that Rusk had to go really silently if he was going to try and take that angle, and it was fine. Staying alive was good on that flank. And here we go into what is potentially could be the last round of the map with
Yeah,
Bit
Team Venair on
Ops.
match point.
Yep, still on the AKs, but still an AWP on Unusual, which is maybe the scary point. Is how you're going to get past him. Well, maybe just straight up jumping past the crosshair. That's a handy one.
Does know that player's an Olof. Going to smoke himself off there so Nuff can get out. And Rusk goes down. Venair in a 2v1 here to pick up their first map. This could be massive. Obviously, Train, probably one of their favourites after yesterday where they beat number 1 seed Tagalog on it. We will see what Nuff can do though. He wants to stop Team Venair from closing out the game just yet. Wants to be able to get this round to allow them to get the next one and force to overtime. But he's in a bit of a rough spot. Now these players are fighting him. That's the correct play really here. You don't want to be fighting in a 2 versus 1. You want to be just trading off your teammate and giving them as much room as you can.
And it looks like they're in good trade positions here. The M4 player on Mist could just swing whenever he likes, whenever his AWP makes contact. That's a very nice shot from Neff. And a nice control.
Great stuff from
Great
Nuff
stuff.
to pick up a 1v2 clutch against Team Venair.
Like I said, that was a good setup, and Neff has just completely destroyed him.
Cast a curse.
I mean, he just created a swag into the AWP that takes the head clean off Unusual, who was scoped in on the angle. And then Mist goes for the trade. Maybe a little bit slow, maybe a little bit too much noise, a little bit indecision, but Nuff is able to just take that kill. And he's going to give his team another chance here.
Yeah, we're going to obviously see Team Venair buy yet again. They do have plenty of money for this last round, so they're able to get out an AWP onto Unusual. Again, Missed here with the M4. A little bit of utility on both players, but less on the side of Bim. And Team Venair going to get the first frag with Unusual taking the head straight off Rusk.
And now can Neff replicate his 1v2 in the last round? It's almost the exact same situation versus the M4 in New York, just different positions. He's trapped in this held position. I believe he's been spotted. He's going to be spotted now as he's one going to sandwich. And Unusual's going to hold behind. And Neff's going to be able to take a fight freely here, potentially onto Mist. There he goes. Misses the shot. And now he's pinned in. But Unusual just holding for that fallback into hell. And he's going to take him down on the peak. And the first map goes to Team Venair. And the next map will now be Overpass.
Yeah,
And,
the top seed there though, making it to finals. It's good to see, obviously. Team Venair expected to win this matchup. But I would say Bip they did pretty well actually to
that was
get that far.
that was a closer map than anticipated.
Yeah.
BIP coming in to replace the actual team that finished fourth. They actually finished fifth, BIP. So they're playing the top team at the moment and getting 7 rounds, I believe. 7 rounds.
Yeah, 7 rounds, nice.
7 rounds is very
from squad
close, and losing a couple of clutches here and there. So maybe bring it into next map on Overpass. Not sure which map they picked.
I think it is Overpass second.
I believe Team BIP BIP chose Overpass.
Yeah, I
That's
think
my
so. I
hunch
believe
because
they
they
now
started
picked the
on
train map. So we
they
will be
started
going to the
CT
second
side.
map shortly. We don't know what the third map is yet. We will have to wait and see until the third map happens because Andy and I, we didn't actually read the vetoes, which is poor from us. We
Very
weren't actually in the
unprofessional.
server to see them.
We'll take a guess. Probably Vertigo.
It's
Everyone loves playing Vertigo today.
probably Vertigo. Yeah. Maybe we won't need this third map though. Obviously, Venair looked pretty strong there on train. Obviously, only winning out by 2 rounds is not crazy, but yeah, unusual. Started to take some more heads, take some more names towards the end of that game. I think there maybe starting to come online a bit more.
Yeah, it was like missed. Like I said, he had a poor start. Only had 2 kills in the first half. Really struggled to get into that T side. But like a lot of people do in trade, if your other players fragging out, a lot of it trade is aim heavy. They can get out, take one fight, feel really confident, get another fight on the guy trading because they whiff or something, and
Yeah,
then you got nothing to do with the other player. But he's on the CT side. He looked very nice. He was taking fights. He was looking confident, and it's a very nice level of the Counter Strike we're seeing tonight. That 1v2 from Neff might be one of the best plays we've seen today.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, the first shot was just straight, dirt. It was the dirtiest peak onto the orphan, and the second kill was, pretty spicy.
Pretty spicy indeed. We will be hopping over onto the overpass map. The server is just loading up for us now. So, well, obviously, if this is Bip's pick, which we believe it is, um, they should be stronger on this map. But we haven't yet seen Venair on overpass, or not yet a streamed game.
Well, this is the
I don't
first
know if you.
stream game we've had on Overpass the
Yeah,
entire weekend. There's
it's
been a few
nice.
Overpass games here and there, but none of them are on stream. What do you know about Wingman on Overpass, Hado?
I know that I hate playing T side.
Yes, T-side on this map can feel really restrictive because you're either going through one tiny tunnel or you're another tiny tunnel,
Yes,
and you're either going to get naded or you're going to get mollied or you're going to get shot in the head or shot through a smoke.
all fun things to do in Counter Strike there.
So we're probably going to expect a slower T-side, perhaps, taking that map control, or if they're going to burst out monster, they're going to have to do it again when they know the CT's are low in economy. But that's it, really. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how these teams play it. Obviously, I imagine they have some experience on this map, and probably more so than I do.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I don't play a whole lot of Wingman myself. I know you've played in a couple of tournaments,
of course.
but
But no, nothing on Overpass.
not on
That's a
Overpass.
permaban.
Fair
It's a
enough. I mean,
permaban in my book.
I feel like CT side Overpass is very easy as long as you can molly short. Sorry, not molly short, molly water tunnel, and you can molly off monster, and then, I mean, what do you do? That's the hold.
Yeah. But then the mollies go, and you can take it map control slowly. You can take connector, go through short. You have 2 people take that, and you are going to get split if you occasionally if you want to do the monster and short take. But it's whether you want to play it, how you feel confident you're feeling, how confident you feel in the aim duels, which is what this might just come to down. Can I use my words? Might just come down to. We
Might
got there
just
in the
come
end.
down to that. The players, I believe they are readying up as we speak.
People I am readying up as well.
Just Team Venair to ready up now. Once they're ready, we should be heading into um, the first round
Just gonna quickly
very
check.
shortly, and we shall disappear. And there you go. You can see the players in game. Not yet starting up, waiting to ready up. Just if you see on the left there, Mist. You're making us all wait. What are you doing,
No, it's all
Mist?
good. I was just checking the Discord DMs, making sure what's going on. It's all good. We're all on stream now. We're all happy, and the game will be starting. I believe it will be BIP starting on the T side as Team Video have elected to start on CT, meaning it was probably BIP's choice. So
Yeah,
we were
obviously no
interested to
knife
see what they
round
can
because in
bring
the best
out
of
for us.
three you get choice of sides. So
Yep.
good to see here. We have Team Vanessa starting on what I would argue is the stronger side, especially when you might not know too much utility. But BIP did pick the map, so maybe they're confident on their T side.
And it looks like it's going to be a straight up monster rush from Rusk and Nuff as they get out. Going to spot both players. They've both taken individual fights across the map. And they're actually going to take out one together. And it goes down to a 2v1 against Unusual. He's going to spot the heads of 2 of the players, but isn't going to be able to hit them with that USP. And Rusk and Nuff going to take the first round on their map pick.
Yeah, Rusk going to go into the second round, opting to buy a Galil here. So perhaps he's assuming Venair will be forcing up, which obviously we can see there missed. It's bought an MP9, unusual with the usual Mag 7 from him. We've seen that a lot in these Team Venair games.
Yeah.
both the T players correctly buying up Galil's, expecting the force.
Yeah, and they're going to go straight into it, dry into the B short take, and just leave Unusual alone. I mean, could be a potential. If the timing's wrong, he could get 2 kills here at Mag 7, and he's just going to miss the shot.
Ooh, not going to
And
get those 2 kills that you were talking about there, as BIP, they're 2 rounds up again. BIP, they seem to be taking the early leads on these maps pretty effectively. The pistol rounds are very firmly theirs.
yeah, they took that fight on shore. It was a risky one against the MP9, but he's able to hit the shot, and I can't complain. You
Yeah,
hit that shot, you win the round, it's all good. And they're able to get out monster, then win another fight, and it's all looking good. Team Venair going for an eco. Last time they were in this situation, I believe they force sport, but it's all okay. They're going for the pistols. Myth going to go for one flash as they go into monster rush. Going to blind one, but not blind two. Rusk staying fully visible of the screen, and is able to take another fight and spots Unusual the USP, and he's going to clean him out. A nice little 3-0 for Imagine playing CS. Don't forget the throw at the start.
bruh,
Bruh.
imagine playing CS. Wouldn't be me. Uh, But yeah, we're going to see unusual. Now that they're 3-0 down, they've got the economy. I'm going to bring out the AWP here. Not the AWP, sorry. That's Valorant. It's a different game. The
Different game.
AWP here. And we're going to see Mist with the M4. Both the BIP players here with AKs and plenty of utility and plenty of money as well to rebuy in case they lose.
Yeah, and they're playing the open heaven, playing it really passive, and letting the terrorists walk into the short position, lining up their smokes, and Unusual is now going to be granted invalidated. That gives Mist time to be left alone, and Rusk and Nuff playing this slowly, allowing Unusual to reposition, and he's just going to get 3 frags here. He gets one, gets the second with 2 nice kills,
Good
and
frags with the AWP there for unusual.
when they threw the heaven smoke and then they went far too slow, allowed Unusual to reposition, and they just walked straight into the crosshair of Team Veneer's Orpa.
Yeah, I mean that's maybe BIP there being a little bit hesitant to push onto
Yeah,
the site. Maybe they were scared. Maybe they heard the scope of that AWP somehow. Got a bit worried about what Unusual would do to them, and yeah, they just took it far too slow, and that meant Unusual changed up, was in a nice position, take the frags, and now BIP has lost their first round of the game.
and if Mist just gonna chill in the short smoke and let Rusk and Neff just throwing smokes onto the B site, the only site. I don't know why I'm saying that. Might as well be A site for it matters. But the smokes come down, and then they're gonna split from Monster and Short. All the pressure's on Mist as he kills the Short player. Doesn't expect the Monster player to come out, and now it's all on Rusk in a 1v1 against Unusual in the AWP. Thinks he's in heaven, doesn't know he's in water as Unusual creeps up, misses the shot. Now Rusk knows, and now he's jumping around, spots him again. It's Unusual missing both shots, hits the third shot, and that's all that matters at the end.
A great shot from Unusual there. Rusk going down, and that's going to be Team Venair putting it back ever that little bit more. 2 rounds to 3. Any rounds picked up for the T side, though, I would say are pretty nice. So I still think BIP here, having just 3 rounds on the T side, is already a real nice start from them. Obviously, picking up even one or even just 2 extra would be really nice because the CT hold is just so easy. Uh, I believe well, it should be. Obviously, Team Venair have been struggling a little bit, especially against the early aggression from Monster the first 2 rounds.
And we'll just go to a little bit of technical pause as the ping on Unusual was actually not looking high, about 300 ping. It's all good. Everyone's happy now. As yeah, everyone's happy.
Yeah, the top player in the server there, though, Rusk with 6 frags. He's been doing work the last 5 rounds. We're going to see if Nuff can also step up the table. Obviously, had some nice moments last game on Train. See if they can repeat that in map 2.
And this time it's going to be Mist going for the shotgun. This time an auto shot, not favouring the Mag 7. Interesting smoke as the terrorists come out. He's going to hide inside of it. And Rusk is actually going to get a nice 1 dig. And Mist is actually going to just
Wow,
go
Mist
down.
doesn't take down Rusk there with the XM. So much money laid out in front of him, and he just can't land the shots. So BIP going to pick up their 4th round.
Yeah, I think that smoke slightly didn't help him so much as he just hid inside of it. And Unusual just got completely domed by a deagle. We missed that kill from the dig. And the pistols actually went out the round. I don't know if that smoke... I know where that was meant to land, but I'm not sure inside of it was the plan.
Yeah, it was an interesting strat, but it didn't work out. An unusual going for a bit of a barrels hold here, looking towards that monster position. No early aggression today from BIP. Nuff holding this very passively. If he does get strung by that AWP, he will be taken down. Rusk, oh, he's moving up. Unusual, not looking at him, obviously, from this barrels position. not be able to spot it. Obviously, Pillar there blocking off his sightline. And Rusk, is he aware of this bridge player? If he can get this opening pick, he can swing and pivot onto Unusual. But Unusual gets the opening pick, pulling out from behind the barrels and taking down Rusk. Now it's missed, taking out Nuff. And that's Team Benair pulling it back a little bit again, evening up to only a 1-round deficit for Team Benair.
See, it looked like they were just waiting for that one flash, and before it popped, Unusual peeked and just gets an easy kill with the AWP, which is unfortunate timing. And Team Binet are going to pick up in their third round, have a chance to equalise the half at 4-all. And Rusk and Nerf only on a scout and a pistol. And okay, upgraded to a deagle. Everything's okay.
We're going to see what they can do with that scout. Obviously, last round, so it's the correct force from BIP. Nice, landing a nice scout headshot could really turn the round here, and being able to get the weapon off the CT would be nice. But both these CTs playing together. Ooh, he spots one, but he gets the frag through the wall. Rusk goes down. Nuff, what can you do? Absolutely nothing. As missed on the CT side, evens it up 4-4. But I think BIP's got to be pretty happy with that. 4 rounds on T side. I'd be happy on overpass.
Yeah, 4 rounds on the T side. They had a really good start picking up through and let the CTs maybe took control, and that's how easy it is for them to do it with the AWP Unusual having some good rounds and missed as well on that short position, holding it down a few times. But it was a really good start for a BIP, and they got a nice eco as well, the pistols. And it is their map pick, so they might have some fancy stuff planned for the CT side. So I think Vinair are going to have to be careful going into that, and it will be interesting to see how BIP play differently.
Yeah, obviously with this being, I believe, BIP's map pick, they want to, well, I would assume they have a real nice CT hold. Maybe they practiced it a bit, maybe they put some hours under their belt to prepare for this game. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Rusk here, any man with any kind of level of frags on the side. Perhaps Nuff, maybe he's a CT-sided player. Remains to
Maybe.
be seen. As we now swap on over to the second half, where BIP will be on the CT side. Team Venair going to be having the tricky task of taking that bomb site through those 2 tunnels that Andy spoke about earlier.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to go for the contact play with no utility as they go through monster, usually in the charge. Actually, he's going to pick up 1 kill and knows the second guy is in heaven who's been taken down extremely low. And it does favour the USP. The bomb's been dropped outside barrel position, and Unusual's going to have a little bit of difficulty getting that back. But the way that Neff is playing is really passively, and he's just going to need to reposition. Whether Unusual's going to take the chance to repeat this, he is, and retrieve the bomb. And now he has a little bit of time that he's able to get onto site and plant the bomb, but he looks like he wants to take the fight. And with the time left, there's no downside to this. You hit the shot, you win the round. And he seems quite confident.
He has got so much time, enough unaware that Unusual has crossed into water. Or he does look towards it. Maybe he is thinking of checking it, but he's going to play as if Unusual is towards this short position. I can't tell if he's hearing any audio here as we don't have game sound, but Unusual, he's scared of his heaven position. Nuff could be rotating up there. Perhaps Unusual can get a plant down while he's on the rotate. Might have spotted the head of the player there, so he should be able to get a plant down. Well, you cannot plant right in the corner of overpass. Obviously, B site. Bit of an awkward spot here for Unusual.
Yeah, and I don't know if Neff will be able to spot him, but he knows that he's stuck on site. He's going to confirm that now with Unusual swinging out. Unusual spotting the Heaven Man, and he's going to try and take the random Glock shots. Not quite going to connect. Here's the man drop into water, and he can just play time here.
Yeah, ring around the roses could work well for Unusual here. Spamming, does hit the headshot and then takes out Nuff there. Team Venair pulling ahead, picking up the T-side pistol.
Yeah, nice. Was that 2v1 from Unusual or 1v1? Just taking his time, and he gets a nice pick at the end there. Just playing his time.
Well, we will see how Team Venair's T side goes. It's obviously 5-4, taking advantage on the T side. They still need 4 rounds to close up the game. Still, it should be difficult on the T side, but maybe they have some setups here. They've got some utility. If they use it properly, obviously the molly on Mist there could be really strong. Unusual there with the smoke. Could do a lot. Smoke and Molly coming on in. Mollying off barrels. Rusk, what can he do? Forced off the angle. Half HP down in water. Unusual going to run up bridge in a second.
Yeah, Unusual just peeking out, trying to make space for his team, but he's going to make space. And Mist is going to have time to walk out Monster. Knows when Neff is on 3 HP. And Neff is going to struggle here with 3 HP. Missing Deagle shots. And is able to pick up the kill.
Oh, Jack. Now, obviously Team Venair expected to pull up the second round. So
Yeah, they
no
converted
upsets
well. It was a good conversion. A little bit awkward going into that 1v1, but they got the players so low it was a comfortable one at the end. And now Mist keeping this back 10, they're suggesting a faster play perhaps, as they just want to split up again. And that Unusual go take short, as Rusk is going to play on this Issa position. And Neff just going to sit in water. And Mist just going to play close on the Monster, maybe fake the presence, and then walk back to join his teammate Unusual. And Unusual's going to take the first fight full down to Neff, down to 17 HP. And they swap the guns over. Very nice coordinated play coming in, although they may have lost the AK. It's all good, they found it now. Crisis solved.
Crisis averted. But the flank comes in and another crisis strikes as Rusk takes down Unusual. And it's Mist here. Well, what can he do? 1v2. We've seen some brilliant plays so far, but in a 1v2, Mist has got to go big. And he gets enough. 1 versus 1 against Rusk here, the star player for BIP here. Hiding behind Pillar, looking towards the short position. He might expect the flank towards Monster. Yeah, Mist. Spots the player, but goes down. Rusk with a nice little swing there. A little bit of a shoulder peek first before fully committing to the swing, getting him through the wall. Doing well to keep BIP in the game.
Yeah, and it was a nice idea for Team Venair, switching over to the Mac-10 to go first, but it was a rough round at the end. And they're going to go to another rough round with only a Deagle and the AK. Meanwhile on the CT side of Deagle and the AK as well. This could be one of the closest rounds of the half. And maybe one of the most important, the team that wins this will be sending the other to an EK, or the CT side maybe not, but it'll be a rough buy next round.
It certainly will be, and no one wants to go into a rough buy when match point is looming ever so closer. Rusk gonna sit behind this smoke. Once it's faded, he may be able to push it and get the info that no T's are there. But Unusual and Mist boosting up over. Gonna try and see if there's anyone in this barrels position, and there isn't. One of the players pushed up towards Monster, the other one on the ramp side of water. But not gonna see anything unusual hunting. They might hear the drop there, but enough. Just holding the angle on this short push.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just going to group up and play the contact game. Up onto short, they're going to do a little lurk smoke that they can fade through whenever they like. No one's in water. And Unusual is going to tag Rusk down to 44 HP, and Mist is able to walk out short. He's going to take the first fight onto Rusk, and the second fight with a nice clean headshot onto Neff. Team Venair now 7-5 up, and the CT side, the money is not looking incredible.
Yeah, Team Venair taking a 2-round lead. Obviously looking to pick up the 8th round, put themselves on match point. BIP got a long way to go. They've actually got to get 4 rounds in a row here to get a victory without going through overtime. And they've only got a scout and an M4 to do it with no utility at all on Nuff. So T-side not going to be forced off any of these angles so far, just Rusk with a flash and a smoke.
And it looks like it's going to slow down. They want to go for a fast monster play. The team flash coming on Team Venair was not ideal, so Unusual just going to slow it down, cancel the strat, and just going to wait to see if BIP overface on the T-sided players. They're going to drop that smoke, just going to let Unusual lurk around it, and whether Rusk is fully expecting that, we get to see as the monster is just spotted, he is going to switch over to Mist and get the kill, and spray Unusual down in the smoke, down to 50 HP. And now Unusual in a 2v1. Finds the first. Knows Neff's in heaven and gets the spray down to 8 HP. and it's now looking extremely doable for the Team
He
Vanilla
thought
man.
Unusual was about to rotate to A there, but he can't. No, it is Wingman. Smoke off Heaven, flash out onto sight. Nuff can't see anything. He can one-shot Unusual here, actually, with this scout. He's got plenty of damage to do so, but only on 8 HP himself. He doesn't want to get caught out by Unusual's weapon there, or his molly.
Yeah, and it looks like Unusual not going to give him a chance. He's going to have to fully expose himself. Neff's going to fully expose himself if he wants to take this peak, and he only needs one bullet. Saying that Neff only needs one bullet, and it'll have to be a hell of a bullet if he's going to hit it. And he's not going to get it, and Unusual's going to pick up the 2v1 with some confident swings coming out of that monster
I'm not
tunnel.
sure why he was swinging with the USP there, because he was only HP. He was only ever going to get one shot, and the scout would have one-shot him. The USP, not a chance at the moment. Well, I guess if he got the headshot, but that's unlikely. 8-5 Venair actually going to be on series point here, because obviously they picked up that first train game, and now they're looking to pick up Overpass as well. 8 rounds to fire at the moment. Could go 9-5, and they've got plenty of opportunities to do it.
And it looks like they're going to go for the straight up monster rush as the CTs take short, and they're going to have a straight up reversal of the positions, and Rusk is actually going to pick up the first kill with the Deagle, dropping the bomb, and now a 2v1 for the BIP side, and it's missed now. Gets the first one, a nice clean headshot onto Rusk, knows the last player towards Monster, and he has all full utility on his belt, can molly short, smoke Monster, and get the bomb down. Going to smoke the bomb, just check Monster again, baiting any presence. Meanwhile, Neff, that's a really brave play, walking through the smoke, and he gets so much info for that. Knows that Mist has reversed, done the old switcheroo, and he's gone back through Monster to short.
Yeah, Nuff should be expecting this player from short now, not looking there. He's still suspicious of this monster position. Mist can't find Nuff, so he must know that Nuff has seen the bomb and fallen off to a more defensive position. Nuff spots him out, takes him low. Mist 23 HP, Nuff 63 here, and Nuff swings out with the MP9 while Mist had the molly out. Bit of a mistake, I think, there, having the grenade out in his hands. And bruh, imagine playing CS. They're not finished. They're still a fighting force.
Yeah, they've got 2 more rounds to prove their worth in the tournament. And it's a force buy coming out from there. They want to finish it here. They want to finish it now and get their place in the final. An AK on Mist, and it's only a scout on Unusual. But the man's confident on 10 kills. Rusk feeling confident, only on a Famastus round. And where's he going to play there? Just chilling in the water position. Mist taking B short, and Unusual just holding Monster, seeing there's only over faces.
Over faces, there might be enough. Looking towards that short position from barrels. We've seen the T-side molly it before. Not sure if Mist is going to do that again. He's in a good position. He could go and line it up, but perhaps choosing just to take contact here as he steps out to clear that close angle there.
If they were to go in dry, this would be a very tricky way to do it. Look, with Rusk in this position, they'd either have to flash him off or drop a smoke, and they have the utility for that. It would almost be suicidal to go in dry when they're playing this passive. Anything that lets Neff hide is good for the CT side.
Yeah, Unusual going to come swing at a monster with that scout out. What can he do? Teammate, obviously, over towards short. Unusual gets a bit of damage, so Nuff is low. It's all down to Mist. He gets Nuff, the other player also on 100. Should have the comm from his teammate. Both of them on 100. Nuff unsure. He thinks Rusk could be towards Heaven now, because he didn't swing it from ABC. Gonna smoke it off. Should fall off and play quite defensive. He's got time on his side. Spots the jump up. Doesn't land any bullets.
But no kill on Rusk, and that could be disastrous. That could be their downfall here.
It certainly could be, as it looks like Team Venair might be looking to pick up the 9th round, the series point, because Rusk, he's got tense, he doesn't have the time, he's forced off the bomb, he jumps away, and that is going to be our semi-final there, our second semi-final over Team Venair, going to pick up the win, 9-6 over BIP CS, and that's going to be Tagalog Peak versus Team Venair in the final, which we will go on to very shortly. But obviously this will be a rematch, Andy. The last time Tagalog Peak played Team D, which was Vinair at the time. Tagalog Peak lost 9-7. Do you think we will see a repeat offence in this final?
Well, the last game they played on Train. Very close game. Was it a
Yep,
9-7, I believe?
9-7.
And with a tricky game from Ting, not performing to his usual standard, which we
Joe
come to expect from
outfragging
him.
him, I
Joe did
believe.
outfrag him,
Yeah,
and Joe
unusual.
was unusual, to say the least. But yeah, we've got an exciting final coming up. Remember, we've got
Yep,
£40 of Steam money on the line, for now we
yep.
have two teams left. And it'd be good to give it away today.
It will be. One of these teams will be taking home £40 worth of Steam vouchers. Obviously, the winner of the CSGO Wingman tournament's prize right there. And we will be back very shortly with Tagalog Peak against Team Vinair.
People say I try too hard. People say I come off really awkward. You know I don't mean no harm. I'm just trying to be myself, but sometimes I get confused, cause I can't read social cues. Through my inhibitions out the door. I don't have an excuse, I'm just living in my youth. Don't know why people don't like me more. I have no friends, but that's okay. I don't need them anyway. I do my best all on my own, and I'd just rather be alone, rather be alone. I have no friends, but I'll be fine. I don't need them to pass the time. And when I put my wrist in this face on, it looks stone cold. I'd just rather be alone, rather be alone. I have no friends. But that's okay, I don't need them anyway. I do my best all on my own, and I'd just rather be alone, rather be alone. I have no friends. You'll never know what's on my mind. You'll never know the secrets that I'm keeping. I'll scare you off with my crazy eyes. Cause all I need is me, myself, and I don't got no shame. Cause my life is just a game, and I don't care who's been keeping score. Oh no. Everybody thinks I'm strange, it's just something in my brain. Don't know who they're being normal for. I have no friends, but that's okay. I don't need them anyway. I do my best all on my own, and I'd just rather be alone, rather be alone. I have no friends, and that's a sign. I don't need them to pass the time. And when I put my resting bitch face on, it looks stone cold. I just rather be alone, rather be alone. No friends. No friends, but that's okay. I don't need them anyway. I do my best all on my own, and I'd just rather be alone, rather be alone. I don't need anybody's hand to hold at night.
lost myself. Took this people pleaser heart and I tore it all apart. Now I'm finally set free, I'm so proud to be me. That's why I don't care, I just wanna say I have no la 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 la. No friends, I just rather be alone, rather be alone. No friends, but that's okay. I don't need them. Either way, I do my best all on my own, and I'd just rather be alone, rather be alone. I have no friends, no friends, I'd rather be alone, no friends. All I need is me and myself, no friends. I have no friends.
When the lights go down, I've seen hell in you, but you don't care, no, you don't care, no. You just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. I'm going into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. I know you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion,
Let's go out of the dark. Lost in sound, sound into the light now. Lost in sound, sound into the light now. Lost in sound, sound into the light now. Into the lost in sound, sound into the light now. Lost in sound, sound into the light now. Into the lost in sound, sound into the light now. Lost in sound, sound into the light now. Come and fly away with me. 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 Don't you be afraid.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the final of the SVGE CSGO Wingman tournament, lovingly organised by Andy on my left here. So this is the final, Andy.
Yeah, the grand final.
Are these the teams you're expecting?
Um, no.
No.
But it's a pleasant surprise. We like to see this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what we like to see. Of course, we're going to run through the teams quickly. Tagalog Peak, they've known each other for a bit. They played together. They're on a team together right now. Tig and Jay Schaff. On the left side, they've got Team Vinair. They've got two solo queue, pretty much. They got matched together, two freshers. And they made it all the way to the final, beating out some good teams. Already beating Tagalog Peak in the past. And we're just going to quickly ready up into chat here. And I think the game's about to begin. We're on short nuke for the first map, picked by Tagalog Peak.
Mhm.
Bit of a weird one. I'm not sure how this one is going to
Bit of a
go.
curveball. Yeah.
Bit of a
Different map. We
curveball.
haven't seen it all day, so
No.
it's going to be interesting to see how this map plays out with two high tier teams. Yesterday we saw this map. It was the fourth round of Swiss, and we saw two lower level teams playing on the map. Now with these two high level teams, we'll see how the map changes up in the first round here as we go through to the pistol round, where we see
On
Team
screen,
Vinair
cams are down.
on the C team.
And it's going to be on the T-side for Tagalog Peak. Going straight for the control. Jay Shaft leading the way as usual, spotting as usual. The double ramp setup, very common on the CT side of Wingman here. And Jay Shaft is going to be the first one making space. He's going to spot the player on the right side, missing shot. And Ting's actually going to trade. It's now one more than usual, I'd say. Maybe the heavy hitters for both teams already. Squaring off early, Ting's going to spot the man and gets the second kill. Nice little 2v1 from Ting.
Yeah, Ting doing well there. Nice to pick up the first round for Tagalog Peak. Obviously, the T side can get, sorry, the CT side can get little bit locked out of sight there because they kind of get pushed back when they get to that ramp position because Tagalog is already in control of control. The nice pun you made earlier. I'm going to use it again.
Yeah, it was very nice from Jay Shaft. He was able to come out. We're going to have to just play this one round out when we've got no sound on the stream. I'm
I'm
sure
sure
that's
that's
someone's
someone's
fault. I'm
fault.
not going to say me because I'm not going to name say that's a bit
Name
mean.
producer. We'll
My
name the
name's
president
producer.
of SCG as the man.
And then the map's going to be chaos when Knife comes out. If Chigalo Peak does win the round, we're just going to quickly pause up.
We'll go to Hano Cam only.
So, not sure what's going on there, but we haven't got audio. Blame Jack.
Is it
Greatest
paused?
producer uh, of all of SVG. If you want to be a
Going
producer,
to Hano in
if you
three,
want to be a
two, one.
caster, do get in contact with us. We're always looking for more people for the live stream and broadcast team. So talk to a member committee or ask Jack because he's not doing a great job, and I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that could do a better one. So we'll be more than happy to welcome you onto the team, teach you some stuff about Streamlabs, OBS, whatever. But here, we're all about CSGO, we're all about Wingman, we're all about this final. Now, I'm going to predict that Tagalog will take the first map as their pick. I will predict again that the matchup, the second map will be Train. I'm going to predict Tagalog is going to lose that one. I think Team Venet here, they beat Tagalog yesterday 9-7. I'm pretty confident they can do it again. So I think we'll see our first 3-game series of the night, where I hope Tagalog will finish the series 2-1 up. But that's probably me just being a little bit biased towards my fellow teammates. Venair, I think they'll put up a good fight. I reckon they'll be getting quite a few rounds. Obviously, that first one didn't quite go in their favour. And more and more technical issues. That's Jack fiddling with the PC with Andy alongside him. Always great. Gonna take this time to shout out everyone who's helped out today, especially to those of you who are sitting at the top of Building 42, uh, running the merch stand, and who have been sitting there watching the stream and giving out merch as people come in. Thank you to you guys. Big shout out to Kieran and Unknown Local, the man himself, and Anne. Great guys. Um, obviously, there's a little bit of merch left, so if you want to swing by Building 42, even if you're not going to hop in here to watch the final, be more than happy to pick up some merch. There might be a single Newell mug left and some lanyards and other notebooks and other things. Obviously, shout out to the rest of the production team, the rest of the committee, and everyone that's helped organise this. This final is the apex of Counter Strike, the Counter Strike scene at the moment, until we get into the Newell season, where I'm sure everyone will be pretty excited to see what Southampton can do in the esports tournaments coming up soon. I can see the game is relaunching on the laptop. Maybe we'll be going back into Counter Strike very soon. That would be good because I would like to get on with this final. Um, I've got some food to eat at some point. Looking forward to it. Got to go and play some video games myself. Watch some lectures. Keep on top of your lectures, people. Don't let CS:GO take over your life. Um, just a good, helpful hint for all of you. So we're loading back onto Nuke. Andy, status update. What's going on? He's just giving me the hands up. He doesn't know what's happening. Absolutely no idea. This isn't great. It's fine. I'm sure Andy will fix it all. He's big brain in all ways. Counter Strike. Um, otherwise, I'm not really sure what else to say about this matchup. Obviously, I've seen both these teams quite a bit, but I haven't seen them on short nuke, so I'm not really sure how to analyze this matchup. The one thing I will talk about actually is a bit more about what I alluded to earlier about the CTs. They get stuck on ramp when you play on that side because the T side can just be so quickly onto the bomb site and up to control, and then what can you do from that ramp position? So we'll see what those guys on nuke can do. I'm going to be interested to see how Tagalog deal with CT side, but first we have got to see them on T side, which I'm pretty confident Ting will be happy to have that one-shot headshot AK in his hands because he can be a beast. We've seen it today in the semi-final. He did not a lot of nice headshots. He's just got to be able to do that in the final again against Team Venet, against the likes of Unusual and Mist, who have been pretty scary the rest of this tournament. Obviously, they are currently unbeaten on any map. They went 5-0 yesterday, and then today they went 2-0 against BIP. So they are lossless so far on this tournament. Perhaps two players to watch out for then in the upcoming Nil NLC tournaments. Still a little bit of a finnick going on over here. Struggling to find. Again, it's an audio issue. Don't know what it is, but having lots of trouble. I'm sure Jack and Andy, full faith, they'll fix it, won't they, guys? Full faith. Thanks, Nick. Um, can hear some music now. I'm unsure if you can. Maybe you can. And we should be good to go. I think it was just a matter of unplugging and replugging in a cable and then changing some audio settings there. Andy, are you back in the game?
Off cams.
Andy?
We should be good to go. I believe we got to get the teams to unpause themselves, which I will try and tell them to do because I can't actually contact them right now. This is very awkward.
Ah,
But yeah, we should all be good. There should be sound in game, and everyone's happy.
yeah, we see. Obviously, Tagalog picked up that second round. Looks like it was another double kill for Ting there. 4 kills to his name, J Shaft. 2 deaths. It's not great.
No, it's not a good start for him, but they are taking the win, so it's all good.
We're going to see the AWP come out from unusual. That could be piss. That could be.
I did not restart CS. That was that a mistake. That doesn't sound good.
Okay, so we're back to counts because apparently Andy messed up,
I
and
hey,
that's going to be all Andy's fault there. Andy, please restart CS, get us back in the game. We want to see this final. These technical difficulties are not what people want to see. All the hundreds of people tuning in from home don't want to see me standing here talking about a game of short nuke that isn't currently being played. So if you could get on that, Andy, that would be grand, and we'll get a better observer for next event. We'll hire someone else. We'll get someone new, some fresh blood. Maybe someone else can step up to the table. Get a new producer as well. I'm bored of Jack. I'm bored of Andy. I need better partners. Let's get a bigger budget. I'll put in a request to Susu. We'll ask for hundreds of pounds to hire a proper team because these guys really letting me down today. But it's fine. Andy, you got the headset on. You could say something. What's wrong? Yeah, that's true. We should probably get some PCs first and monitors. Don't worry. Someday we will get the funding for that kind of stuff, but not. It's not today. Today we're playing an online final of Wingman from well, we're casting it, observing it, producing it from over here in Building 42, and you can come and stop by and have a look at the game if you want to. Otherwise, the players are all back at home on their PCs online, playing on the SVG server, I believe. Uh, we should be getting back into the game very soon. And he's fiddling with some settings yet again. Well, I mean, hope everyone's enjoyed this tournament so far. It's been a pretty good event so far. I've enjoyed it certainly. Yesterday was really good fun. I can now hear music. I'm not sure if I'm meant to hear music, but I now can. So, Andy, loading into CSGO now. Great stuff. The music has now disappeared. I'm glad that I now no longer have some haunting music in my ears, and we're going back to the game very, very shortly. Where we're not going to. We're not going to. I'm being told two different things by my producer and my observer. Uh, Andy, please, please, please tell me you've fixed the game. I can hear game sound in my ears. Maybe the stream can't, but hopefully you should be able to. I can hear the knives swinging around from Ting there, waiting on Andy to unpause the game, and we'll be back in the game very shortly, and I'll get myself off stream. Uh, Back in the game.
type of Counter Strike. We did it.
We did
We
it.
did it.
We've got the Counter-Strike back. Hopefully we can go with no interruptions until the final of this final. The final round of this final. Here we see Unusual with the AWP. Looking towards control. Going to spot the player. Gets the pick onto J-Shaft. And that's a wallbang kill. Joe, not going to be feeling great about that one.
No, he's not. He went for that jump. He tried jumping over, and didn't quite work out for him. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Unlucky, unlucky, as some people would say.
Yeah.
And now Take's just going to hope that Unusual overswings. This is a very nice setup from the CT side. Just hiding in dirty angles. Unusual is holding this jump out. And now Take is actually stuck here. I don't know if he knows it. He's going to smoke out. And Unusual is just going to swing wider. J Shaft doing a case unboxing during the match. Maybe he should focus on jumping better
Yeah.
across control instead of unboxing and wasting his
Maybe he
student
should
money.
have. Maybe he should have. But Team Vinair going to pick up their first round. 2-1. Tagalog Peak obviously still in the lead. Ting unable to do anything that round. Joe able to do even less than him, dying yet again. Third round in a row that Joe's managed to die. But Tagalog Peak full faith. Short Nuke is their pick. I'm sure once they get some guns out, obviously this is going to be an eco, they'll be pretty confident. Running out, Unusual misses the shot. The T's already on silo. Joe gets, oh no, Joe doesn't get a kill. Of course Joe didn't get a kill. Ting got a kill, and Joe is the one that's taken low. Unusual gets the frag of
Oh,
Ting. Joe kills Unusual, and then Unusual burns Joe. That was great stuff from Tagalog Pete. Good timing there. Burning in the molly, still takes the kill and wins the round. Tagalog going to take the third round.
yeah, those Deagles doing massive work. The first one from Tig onto miss, spots the player in dark, and then J Shaft swinging across in the fire, able to just get that one bullet off into the chest of Unusual. And now look, CT side, no utility. It's just going to be straight aim duel as the double doors get opened by the T side, and they're just going to look to take control and look to take these fights. I believe Unusual has taken some interesting map control up in the rafters, and the two smokes coming out, little lurk smoke there with double door, allowing J Shaft to consider maybe coming out. This is a straight up crossfire for Tig though. If he's going to come out, will he be able to get one onto mist? It's almost impossible. But
Has Joe
Joe,
managed to get into dark?
he has, and he might be able to spot Unusual. Just if he just looked up, he's going to spot the bad.
If he just looks up on the left-hand side here, might be able to spot him. Ting walks out, but Joe wasn't covering him properly, and Unusual gets two. That's Team Venet taking their second round, and
It was
they're
a
going to
really
have
nice
an AK
crossfire.
there.
It was a really
Very
simple
nice crossfire.
crossfire, and it's worked perfectly to get Unusual those two frags. Joe, I think he might have been able to see the foot, perhaps. I mean, I'm not a nuke expert, so I can't say for certain, but that was a very close uh, angle.
Round. Yeah, I mean, Tagalog back on the pistols. We're going to see what they can do with this Deagle and this Tech 9 from Joe. The smoke coming out, rushing on in. Spots out one player, both the players back each other up, and Ting can't do anything. Team Venair even up the scoreline 3-3.
Yeah, they just went for that straight up decon pop, and it didn't quite work out for them. They couldn't get a single frag, and it just missed the unusual cleaning up with the AKs. They would have loved to get bomb plan here so they get some utility. And J-Shaft had to sacrifice the head armor now. You've got to ask, what could they really do when Venair have set up these nice little crossfires that are supporting each other at every fight? Take isn't having the freedom to take a 1v1. Saying that, he does get one there, and Usual is going to straight up take the fight. And J-Shaft's then going to trade back, and Usual falling back onto site. And J-Shaft in double door is going to spot him through a little crack. And Unusual going to fall back into decon. No, he's going to fake it and walk back onto site behind the silo, the reactor. And Unusual's going to get aggressive and play on the rafters.
Yeah, Joe also playing quite aggressive here, swinging out of control. Is he gonna? He should be spotted here by Unusual, but he
Ooh.
gets the headshot. Wow, both players were low. No need for a headshot there, Joe, but he does it. And Tagalog take the fourth round. This is going to be the last round of the first half. This could secure a lead for Tagalog, or Venair could even it up on going into their T side.
It's Unusual now picking up the AWP, and we've seen him hit some very good shots with this. They must be aware that the money is pretty high on Team Venair. They got to expect this AWP. They need to use both these smokes on the T side to be able to get out and these flashbangs as they split up here. Molly already been dropped at double door, and J-Shaft working his way towards decon. And Unusual just holding that push, that little lurk smoke that could potentially favour Joe. There's a really passive setup here, and the chance for a bomb plan is getting very high for the T side. And they're just waiting for a misstep from either side.
Yeah, nothing happening just yet. It's a bit slow in this final round of this first half. Joe gonna smoke off. Nice lurk smoke there. Should be able to creep out that and get to silo. Molly coming in from Unusual. No smoke to stop it. But Joe can just hide in the smoke. Shouldn't get burnt there. Unusual. He has walked out of control. What's Ting gonna do here?
Ting has the bomb and he can't
Spots
plant
one.
like this.
He gets one, but he does have the bomb. He can't plant. But Unusual with the frag onto Joe, and Ting's right below him.
Ooh. 1 HP clutch.
Ho-ho. Great stuff from Unusual. Team Venair evening it up. They're now going to be on the T side, and we'll see what Tagalog can do from their CT position. Will they opt to, play the ramp spot, play it safe, or are they going to be, more pushing towards site, fighting Team Veneer early?
Yeah, it'll be interesting how they play it. It was very nice on that the AWP from Unusual. He's just constantly getting frags, and he just hasn't missed a shot. It feels like that. It feels like every
Yeah.
single time that little X-ray icon going through the wall, and you think he's scoped in on it, you just know he's not going to miss that shot. And a very reliable AWP, and he's serving his team well, or serving Mist well,
Yeah,
as he goes 10 frags.
Yeah, Unusual 7 frags above Mist there on his team, doing some great work. Yeah, unfortunate. Ting, he's not the stellar fragger that we saw in the semi-final. I think he's just
He
not
has
able.
he has double the frags of Joe though.
He has double the frags of Joe, but he's getting shut down by Unusual quite a lot.
Yeah,
Obviously, 1
Unusual's
HP in that final clutch, but still
yeah,
getting
Unusual just
taken
taking
down.
these fights and he's just winning every single one. It feels like, and it feels like for Tagalog they really do have to just 2v1 him in a certain way. But
Hmm.
you can't then discredit Mist, of course. Mist is very capable of just hitting these nut shots.
Yeah. Well, we see the first round of the second half of Pistol has begun. We're going to see what happens here. Mist running up, has got control. Tagalog opting to just hold in ramp. Ting swings out, spots one control. The bomb is already down for Team Venair. A real nice plant from Unusual, getting it on the corner there. Pretty safe, didn't get spammed at all through that smoke. Perhaps a misplay from the CTs. They
Yeah,
can.
and not a single kit on the CT side means they gotta go kind of fast here if they're gonna make it work. Spotting one out is huge for Tig, not getting the kill though, and he is gonna try and fake it. Full 10 second defuse, J-Shav has to look towards the door at some point. The door gets immediately closed, he's gonna push the decon guy, but there's still 2 players alive, and he's not even gonna get the kill.
Yeah, CT's out of this round now. Not able to defuse that without a kit. And Team Venair with a nice opening around there. Really sneaky to get that bomb out while they jumped around in control with the other player to fake the control push. And that meant that Team Venair was able to get the bomb down, put time on their side, and force Tagalog with no kits to try and force a fight on site.
They had isolated Unusual quite nicely there in decon. It'd be nice if they took the fight together, maybe push him with just a P250. They did not know that, of course. But it would be a nice team maybe. But they are going to force back into it. SMG is going to play these nice aggressive angles atop of the rafters, meaning the terrorists can't do what they did last time and just waltz their way onto the middle of the site and get the bomb down. It's going to have to take a few more steps. And with only the Mac 10s, it's almost an even fight here. In fact, it is. Utility-wise, gun-wise, it is an even fight.
That it is, and J-Shaft takes the head off Mist. Just Unusual here. He takes down Ting. Joe has taken him down to 6 HP, but Joe's not too healthy himself there. 60 HP to his name. It's looking alright for Joe. If he can just play pretty safe, not get caught out, no headshots coming down on top of him, he should be fine. There we go. Joe picking off Unusual, evening up the scoreline. Tagalog doing alright on the CT side, but again, Unusual so scary. He's able to consistently take down Ting, which is something I've not really seen in any other player that I've seen this Wingman tournament. No one's been able to challenge Ting in such a way. Let's see
Yeah,
if he can continue it.
yeah, this Unusual Ting is probably the most interesting matchup of this.
Hmm.
It'll be whoever can outfrag the other. They're going to have some close duels already. They had it at the pistol. Ting came out on top in the first pistol. It'll be interesting to see how that continues throughout the game. But it is just now an eco for Team Venair, looking to get that bomb down. The bomb already in that decon area, looking to come out, but J-Shaft pushed up above decon. Will be able to stop it if they do go for that play. And Ting, just sort of chilling in dark. They know decon's open now.
And we'll see what Unusual can do here. Going for the plant. J-Chef gets him very low, and Ting's managed to finish him off, and Ting gets the second with a quick 180 there. That's going to be Tagalog. That was a real nice hold from there, actually. Joe managed to spam, missed at double doors super low, and Ting finished him off before turning around to finish off Unusual in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, sort of stealing Joe's kill there. A little bit stealing his fun
Maybe.
though. Maybe. Some would say.
They're a team, though. You can't, you know.
It's true. And the money is now looking good though for Team Venair with the bomb down. They're going to get an AWP on Unusual, which isn't unusual at all.
On the T side, though, I'm slightly skeptical of how useful this could be. If the CTs decide to take site, it'll be an awkward angle for Unusual to try and take.
Or maybe just hoping to catch a timing, take some crazy peek. I mean, he's going straight into this window area. And he's looking to see what Ting and Joe will expose.
Yeah,
Like
he
this
does
peek
get
here
mollied
that he
off.
could potentially go for onto Ting is a tricky one against Ting. But if he's feeling it, he might be able to go and dry peek it. If you get a flash from a teammate, it might be a little bit difficult with currently where they are. But
It's a strange angle to expect. A bit of an off angle from Ting. Not going to expect that player there. I've just seen Unusual get smoked off. I'm not sure if Tagalog has info yet on this AWP. They probably haven't heard the scope yet. Maybe Ting just heard it there. Scared of this decon push. He should hear them if they drop out of control. Joe, he's got decon for his teammate.
And it looks like they just want to burst through this window room together, perhaps. They want to smoke off the left side of ramp. That's not going to help this break up the crossfire at all, because Tig and Joshaf have just played the most simplest of crossfires on the rafters. The AWP's going to come out. No, he's not. He's just going to swing close right, and they're going to split up again. And now they spotted the AWP, and Tig can fall back. He's going to play back safely into ramp. Unusual's actually going to swing again. Tig just wide swings him. It takes him out. The missed shot, and missed. It's going to fall to Tig as well.
Ting with a nice double kill there. Yeah, that was an unusual timing, sort of poor timing for Unusual there as he tried to jump up onto control and take the shot just as Ting came swinging out of that side of a ramp there. And Ting getting a quick double frag, putting Tagalog Peak 2 rounds up, getting close to that 8-round match point. That is ever so
Oh.
scary. Ting doing something that never usually happens. Ting knifing a friendly teammate, but J-Chef gets a frag very quickly there. Joe very low in this scenario after being knifed by Ting and hit a couple of times by Mist and Unusual. And Unusual takes down Joe, and it's Ting with the AWP in a 1 versus 1. Even if he legs Unusual here, he should be able to kill him. And Ting has actually bought a pistol here to back himself up into this matchup. He's throwing smoke, and his head gets taken off. What was that from Ting?
It was not a good round for Ting overall. Misses the smoke, misses the... Well, he didn't even take a shot, and Unusual just
No.
comes out and swings.
That was a Hano grenade if I've ever seen one. Ting, he's doing alright though. They still have the lead, 7-6. Plenty of opportunity to close out this round before overtime. Ting and Joe
Unusual
in a
on
good
14
position.
kills.
It's kind of insane. Unusual doing so well. Joe, I don't think he's kind of ready for this play. Unusual going to swing out, but Ting takes him down. Mist swings out, and Joe gets the headshot. Nice to see Tagalog Peak there. Put onto match point. This will be map point even. As they will next go onto Train, which is where they lost against Team Venair in the last time these teams faced.
Yeah, it looks like
9-7.
Unusual reduced down to a scout. Wasn't able to do that much work with it before in previous games. He did have one nice shot, actually, now I say that. And it'll be interesting to see what he can do with it in this round as Ting and Joe separate in this sort of more passive setup. Although J-Chef is going to get picked by the scout very early on, and that gives Mist time to move up into this control room.
Yeah, they're going to want that rifle off of J-Chef's body, but Ting holding it pretty safely. He hasn't spotted to go out silo, and Mist gets the spray down. What was that from Ting and J-Chef? Their Tagalog Peak. A very poor round. Joe, for some reason, facing the scout in decon there. Very poor play. And Team Venair, they have a chance to pull this back to OT.
Yeah, they're on a match point here. That Mac 10 is coming out, completely destroying Ting, taking his crosshair like completely off, throwing him completely off, and now they're on their second match point, but they're looking very strong with full utility on Mist. Double AK though, no AWP on Unusual, but he can still do a lot of work with this. And Ting and Joe gonna play doubling up in this corner. Not sure how this is quite gonna work out for them as they hear the decon door open from Unusual. He's just trying to take this fight with the guy on ramp. And he's gonna throw his signature ramp smoke out. J-Chef is gonna get the kill, and Ting's gonna fall back and get the second one. First map being taken by Tagalog Peak.
Yeah, great stuff from Tagalog Peak there with Joe and Ting, and a nice crossfire there to secure the kill. We'll be going to map 2 very shortly. We will be heading on to Train, which is the previous battleground when these two teams met. That was obviously back, I think, in round 3 of the Swiss yesterday,
Yep.
where Tagalog Peak lost to Team Venair. Team Venair, obviously the only team to go unbeaten, beating Tagalog Peak 9-7. What do we have to think about this rematch, though, Andy?
If we were to refer, we did actually watch that game yesterday,
Yep.
Tagalog Peak versus Team Bidare, and previously Team D. What we did remember is that there's a lot of Deagles coming out and a lot of half buys that were won by Team D, by Team Bidare, and it'll be interesting to see if Tagalog Peak is going to be a bit more careful the way they go out team main, not going to get lost, losing track of players, checking their corners, and not getting ecoed and force by. There was a few rounds where they were just going down pop, dry, getting deagged in the chest, getting deagged in the chest and just losing the round and just getting stuck in a 2v1. I think Ting had a lot of issues with that. They were just taking too many duels. But we did see earlier they had a different trade setup. They were actually doing executes. They had flashes ready, and they had a way to actually play in a coordinated styles, and they know what they're doing on each round. That's what it felt like, at least. And a lot of these teams are
Yeah.
doing that. Team Vanilla also have that. And of course, on their CT side, it's not just the Deagles that they're good at, which we saw of unusual completely destroyed Tig in that 2v1. On the AWP, on trade, it is literally his playground.
Yeah.
And he could do whatever he wants. And if they're not hitting their flashes, if they're not hitting their smokes, he is going to destroy Tagalog Peak, and he is going to make a mess of them.
I really hope Tagalog Peak have learned a little bit from yesterday. Maybe they prep some smokes to smoke off where Unusual likes to stand with that AWP. Maybe they prep some flashes to get themselves out onto this A site. Otherwise, this could be another repeat of yesterday. Now, yesterday was close, 9-7. Not a bad scoreline. Tagalog Peak obviously wants to flip that at least, and pick up a 2-0 if they can, because yeah, the pressure it's not on Tagalog Peak today. Now, now it's on Team Veneer because they are 1-0 down, and Tagalog, well, they've got two chances here to wrap up this final. First, though, it's going to be Train. Later, we might just see. What was it?
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Vertigo is our last map if we need it. We'll see what these teams can do. The teams are in. The teams are just going to ready up now, and we'll head back to the game very shortly. Just got to wait for the players to ready up. Obviously, if Tagalog Peak pick up this map here, they will win the £40 Steam voucher gift prize, um, and which is courtesy of Susu. Thank you very much to Susu there for offering up that prize for this tournament.
And giving us
Um,
this room, of course, in Building
and
42.
giving us room, giving us so much help setting up the venue and stuff. It's just a shame that we couldn't get the players in here. So unfortunate. Hopefully next time we'll get some teams down here. Maybe if we do a 5-man or 10-man LAN, that'll be good fun. We will shortly be getting to the game. They're just readying up now. Somehow we have 3 players on the city side. Not sure how that's happened, but we will be going back. Yeah. Now everyone's on the same side. That's good. Everyone's on the right side. We'll be going back to the game very shortly.
Yep, all the players readied up now, getting ready to go into the game. It'll be Tagalog Peak starting on the CT side, and Team Veneer starting on the T side. Of course, Team Veneer's peak.
Yep. All right. So into the pistol round, we have Ting and Jchef. They're on the CT side. Now, if I remember yesterday, they did really well to pull it back on the CT side. So maybe today, starting on the CT side, they can have a real strong first half and then finish it off with a couple rounds on the T side. But that is just speculation at this point because we obviously have Team Veneer on the T side here, going to be running out Team A, and we saw this yesterday from them as well. Yesterday they picked off a lot of players fast with the blocks, but today maybe it's a bit slower play from these guys.
Yeah, like you said, this is all about momentum on trade. You can have a really good T side if you just get the pistol. So this is a big round for them, and they are going to get the first kill from Unusual. And Tate's just left in a 1v1, 1v2, sorry. I don't know if they quite know where he was. He's taken some damage, presumably so. I don't know if they know he snaked his way into the middle between the trades. And this is a very well played setup from the T side. Take a connector, and it's hard to see a world where Tig wins this round.
It is hard to say. We're one towards old bomb, one in connector. Ting's got to root both of them out, and without Kit, it's not looking good. Oh, but he gets one, and he's going to stick the bomb there. Chooses not to. Where is this last player going to peek from? Right side, left side. Which could it be now? Ting,
Or just
is he
not
gonna
peek at
hold
all.
it? Oh, he does peek. He takes Ting down very low, 2 HP. Missed. He doesn't. He's won the round already. Ting going to run away, try and get the kill. Nope, off he goes. Should die to the bomb here. Yep. Team there picking up the pistol round.
Yeah, as soon as they got into that CT area, it was almost impossible for Ting. They split up there, and Ting is just no way in without a kit that he's going to be able to kill them quick enough. First shot was nice, but the T's just had much better aim that round, just ripping off the head. J-Shaft didn't even know what hit him.
No, he did not. Joe going down pretty quickly, which I think is the same story from the last time these guys faced. But we'll see what Mr. Unusual can do now with these Mac 10s going into the PD50s. We've seen Ting do work with the PD50 before. Obviously the headshots coming in, but not this round just yet. Unusual and Mr. clearing again. They're going to expect the flank yet again, but it's a lot closer a flank this time. And choosing to walk out teammate right about now. Spots the one going in con. Knows the other's likely an old bomb. Spots him out. Spots the left side of his body. A lot of damage. Oh, actually, no. Not that much. Just a little bit. We'll
Missed the
see.
head, Hanno, not a headshot.
Missed the head. Missed the head.
And it looks like it's going to be another casual round for Veneer. It's whether they're going to take any casualties, and I don't think they will. No, as usual, just cleans up one with the Mac-10. J Shaft left all alone, and the Mac-10 is just doing the business.
Yeah, no headshot for J-Shaft there. And that's going to be 2-0 for Team Vinair. We have Tagalog Peak lagging behind a little bit here. Perhaps with this round with the buys coming out now. Ting and Joe with the M4s out. Maybe they can do some work.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the CT squad are set up for this first round. They have very little utility. Well, only one smoke, well, two smokes each, and two flashes. But once that goes, they're going to be just relying on aim and positioning. And it looks like they're going to play sort of together towards the A site trade. Meanwhile, Mist is going to be taking down Pop, and Unusual's going to take his way out of A mid. Not going to be given any picks. They're against these Mac 10s here, so they've got to be careful of some jumping going on, and getting close to them is going to be a dangerous move as Tig works his way into the sandwich position.
Yeah, Joe's swinging out. Spots one. Both taken down very low. Joe, 38 HP, missed on half. Unusual and Ting. The big fraggers of these team, they're still alive. See guns in favor of Tagalog Peak here. Mist goes down. It's just Unusual. He's pretty far pushed up here. Maybe the CTs don't expect him. Ting's not spotting him here. Surely. Oh, Joe, please don't get caught out. Joe does. He goes down and Unusual. He goes for the gun and he gets punished. Ting taking him down. And that's the first round for Tagalog Peak.
That was unfortunate. He spent the entire round in behind that train, sneaking up on Joe. It's fortunate that his teammate died that quickly, but he was really ready to do some damage, and he nearly did it. But that was with a Mac 10, and they got it down to a 1v1 at least.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was a good effort from Team Venair, but now they are going to be the ones with the weaponry advantage. That AWP coming out from Unusual, so scary on this guy. And Mist going to have the AK, which, you know, in a one-on-one duel, the AK wins out against Ting's M4. We'll just have to see if Ting can land these headshots.
I believe Ting has just spotted that AWP. It's going to be interesting to see if he's actually going to go for that repeat again. Gets a nice nade, dunking him down to 47 HP. Meanwhile, Mist has just worked his way up Ivy. Ting's actually going to hold it, he's going to get the kill. And now it's all unusual with a 1v2 with an AWP. It's not out of the question. This man has done crazier things over the 2 days.
He is half HP though. That's going to be quite difficult for him to do much here. Yep, there we go. Joe with a nice shot to the head. Good stuff from Joe there to finish off Team Venair, even up the scores. Potentially Tagalog Peak here wanting to try and get the rest of the rounds in this half because CT side, we saw it yesterday, was so much better for them, and giving every round they give Venair is one more they're going to have to get on this T side, which we saw yesterday was very difficult for Tagalog to get.
Yep, I believe it was something like 6-2, half to the CTs last time these two played. And they are just going to let the molly fall. They're not going to go out just yet. Let Mist get into Pop Dog, not going to contest it. And just going to see how much of an angle they give to each team. Ting on the AWP. Already knows one's teammate. It doesn't know if a second one is in Pop Dog. Just going to clear Ivy here. And J-Shaft going to hold Pop Dog. And just be careful. His A main peak is going to get the kill onto Unusual. And now it all falls onto the shoulders of Mist to see if they can take anything away from this round.
Yeah, Mist going to get taken down, and Tagalog Peak, they're going to take the lead, which is good to see from them. 3-2. Again, they weren't picking up the rest of the rounds in this half. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult on T side. But Mist and Unusual, any round for them on T side, it's just an extra round. They don't have to get on the CT. It makes it just a little easier for them. So I'd be pretty happy with 3, even 4
Yeah,
here
three,
on the T side.
three would be a good half. 4 is even better, of course.
Yeah,
Anything less than 5 though for the CT side, you might get a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Looks like Joe's going to take a more aggressive angle into the sandwich position. Mist just going to play towards his signature Ivy, and Unusual going to work team main.
Ting volleying off the back of Red Train, and Joe's going to go down to Unusual there, leaving him on 19 HP. Ting with the AWP, what can he make happen? He's done some miracles before. He might need another one here. He's going to get Unusual. Is he expecting the other one behind him? No, he's not. He manages to dodge, and he gets the frag there. A nice flick from Ting to finish off Mist, and Tagalog, yeah, they're looking pretty on 4 rounds.
Gave him that extra couple seconds to stay alive, reposition and repeak with the AWP, and Joe, and I know those high pressure situations, Ting does not miss those. And it's looking good. they were able to get them down to another eco, and they're only going to be up against Eagles. We're looking at a 5-2 potentially for Tagalog Peak with 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, 5 rounds in a row potentially here, and it's what they want. But Ting, he starts off the round good by picking off Mist, and J-Shaft gonna hide in this pop dog position. I don't think Unusual is aware of how quickly Joe may have got there. I'm not sure if his teammates spotted him crossing. And he swings out, and Joe takes him down. Good stuff from Tagalog Peak there. Again, they're going to be happy with the 5. If they can make it 6, this could be a done deal, because their T side, although it was rough for them, it might not be as terrible as yesterday.
Yeah, we are going to be looking at that potential 6-2 just like yesterday. And we're straight up looking at an AWP versus AWP duel, and Unusual goes straight into Ting potentially here. As usual, peeking towards the Ivy position, back green instead of looking towards connector. Probably for the better, since Ting is hard scoped onto team main. And we're looking at a very similar round as usual. Unusual goes as usual.
Oh, Ting taken low through the wall there from Unusual. Oh, nice stuff. Joe, you almost whiff it, but yeah, nice flash in there from Ting. And Joe takes down Unusual sitting in team main. Missed the last man alive for Team Venair here. The last hope in this first half for Team Venair. He's creeping around the back. J-Shaft and Joe playing very safe. They've swapped around the map, as you say earlier. They're now playing retake onto this A site. And
They
Missed,
must be,
he's in
they
con.
must be expecting to have come from Ivy. He's gone from Ivy in the last, what, 3 rounds it feels
Yep.
like he's taken this fight. So they must be expecting him to be in this area at some point. Although Ting, just going to hold very passively. They're ready to play a retake, and there's no harm in this.
There's absolutely no harm in playing such a safe angle like this. When they hear the bomb try and get planted, they can look for where Mist might be planting. They hear it go down. They know exactly where Mist has got to be. Somewhere around this bomb train here. Ting going up to blue. Mist spots him out, but also sees Joe. So Joe advancing on the bomb site. Mist takes down Joe. No traded damage at all. It's just Ting. So Joe, sorry, here in a 1 versus 1. Mist taking down Ting in pop dog position.
And a 1v2. Dancing
Great
his way
stuff
around the map.
from Team Venair there. 3 rounds, I'd be happy with 3, to be honest. The CT's probably going to be happy with their 5 as well. We're going to see how they go into this T side.
Yeah, it was. The way they played that was very well played from Mist. They gave him all the map control, let him play and let him get the bomb down, and Tagalog Peak just ended up taking a 1v1 there. Ting missing the AWP shot against Brave through the box, very unfortunate, and Mist just kept his cool and outfoxed J-Shaft on the A site. Going into this, into the next second half, it's looking very good for Venair. If they win the pistol, we're looking at a potential 5-5, certainly a 4-5, because pistol, whatever. And as soon as Usual gets on that AWP, it's going to be extremely difficult for TLP to get back into it, it feels. So whether they can keep the pressure going onto Venair, that it could be the play. If I was the one calling and I was the one playing, I would want to go for a fast play, take the fight, get the momentum going. You've just lost one, but you would want to regain that immediately. And if you lose the pistol, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
You just got to keep your heads here.
Very important round for Tagalog. They can pick this up as well. This could be massive for them, because 2 free rounds on the T side. Very nice to see. Puts you ever closer to the 9-round goal. See both these teams playing for that £40 Steam voucher prize. We'll see who gets it. It might just be given out after this map, because Tagalog Peak with the lead here. Going for a Ivy play. Pretty slow. Just casually walking up here, not making any noise. Nice contact play from these guys.
Yeah, and Miss playing this nice and passive means that Unusual can come back and help as soon as he spots. If he spots 2, it's even better. And actually, Ting's able to lurk past the angle. He's going to start shooting in the back, misses the shot. J-Shav's going to not die, and he's just going to be aware now. Ever so careful that there's a second player somewhere on this A site, but Miss just runs out, making so much noise. Wide swings and dies, and Unusual gets immediately gooshed in the pop dog area. Gets taken down to 18 HP, and it's not looking good.
Yeah, Joe did some good damage there, but now it's Ting and Joe, 2 versus 1. As long as they peek together, they should be fine.
Ooh.
Unusual with a nice shot onto Joe. Joe, come on, you got to peek with your teammate there. And it's just Ting and Unusual. Obviously, Ting one-shotable if Unusual hits the head. Not going to find anything. Sits on the bomb, but Was just a little bit of a fake there. Unusual holding the angle onto green. 18 HP. Will Ting peek the angle? 6 seconds on the bomb. Ting peeks out. Great clutch from Ting there, securing
Yeah, a
Tagalog.
nice 2k.
Pistol.
He gets the opening onto Mist, who just left the load, and he felt he was in a fight or die situation. He went for the fight, didn't get anything for it, and I think it was Joe who got that nice headshot onto Unusual to take him initially quite low. But
Mhm.
Unusual putting a very nice effort in onto Joe back. And we're going into an SMG into SMG battle. And I'll be curious to see where these SMGs on the MP9s on the CT side are going to go. Looks like one's going to play towards a site on side of the bomb train, and one's going to push Ivy and take all this map control if he does decide to swing, and when he does. Meanwhile, J Chef and Tig will take the pop control. And if they go fast, Unusual is going to be in a very high pressure situation here, as he hears them potentially going out into a block, and he's going to
Oh,
take it
that's
out
a
by Joe.
great frag from Joe. Swinging out from Popdog, both of those players walking out, spotting, catching Unusual, a bit of a timing there when he was looking towards main. It's just missed in a 2v1, and he's got no utility.
He's actually going to get the first, and J Chef's going to swing. Now he knows where he is, and it might have just been an overstep. No kit though on Venair might be their downfall here. And I think potentially he might be trying to save. No, he's still going to go for it, do the damage. Taps the bomb. Joe knows that there's not anyone on the bomb, and as he pushes him here, Joe's going for the swings and just takes the fight and wins. Nice
And
little
taking
2k
the
there for
fight
Joe.
there. Could be a little bit of an overface. Maybe he could have just escaped up the ladder and, tried to fake him out and run away. But no, Joke wins the fight 7-3. Tagalog Peak looking pretty strong on this T side, actually. It's nice
And
stuff from them. The force, obviously, last round, forcing Venet to force again.
yeah, interesting that. You would have thought they maybe ecoed last round. They could be looking maybe
Yeah.
at Glass Cannon AWP on Unusual, which is what really has been winning these
Yep.
train CT sides. Instead, he's only on a scout and an auto shotgun on Mist, which perhaps isn't going to be the best way to play this, but they can. Maybe they're hoping to catch a timing, sneak their way behind Tagalog Peak, just like they did yesterday. But they go for this execute. Ting trying to send Joe out, making space so that Ting can work with the AK. And he is going to spot the scout in connector. And
Flash coming out, Molly coming out as well. Mist walking through, might find the back of Ting here. Joe's swung out and he should be taking down Unusual here. Wastes all of his ammo, doesn't have anything else. Mist, you're far too far away. Can't hit anything at that range with the shotgun in Counter-Strike. And Unusual, 6 HP. Joe on 100. Unusual going to have to hit a headshot here to close out this round. And he misses it. And that's Tagalog Peak. They're on match point and they're on
well,
series point. This round.
this is championship point. This is for all the
Yeah.
money here. This point here is worth £40 of Steam money. As you saw, Joe was
is.
opening some cases earlier. I undoubtedly £20 is about to go to Gaben's pocket
Yeah.
after he opens. How many
Well,
cases is that?
Well, I mean, it's like £2 a case, so we could see
10
Joe
cases?
open another 10 cases here if he does win this round. But first they have actually got to win this T-side round here. Ting and Joe, obviously, with the superior weaponry. The AK on Ting is pretty strong. Missed and Unusual with a bit of a force buy yet again.
They've taken this pop control, and it means that what's going to happen like they did last time. I think Ting's going to just send Joe out with the Mac 10, do some scouting with the SMG, and try and take a fight. If he wins, that's great. If he loses, Ting's going to be there to trade. And we'll see how this works out for them on this crucial round, or this match point.
Championship point right here. Unusual. Here's the mollies. Knows where these players are, but the bomb should go down unchallenged from him here.
It's okay. Misses on the flank.
Again, missed on the flank. It's so expected that they're looking for it, and Ting takes Mist down. Unusual in a 1 versus 2. Sees where both players are. This is a doable 1v2. Sees the utility, knows he was on the ladder, but not looking down. Spots the arm, taps the bomb. 10 seconds. No kit on Unusual here. This is looking real rough. He does take down Joe. He's hunting Ting. Ting is very low. Escaping up the ladder, like I suggested that he do a couple of rounds ago to Joe, but Unusual going to try and stick it.
And there's just
Oh,
no time.
Just no time. And Tagalog, they should have it. That should be the championship. There we go. Tagalog are our winners. Andy, any words for this team coming out? First seed going into it, and they come out on top in the end.
I think we got to say commiserations to Team Venair. I mean, going into the tournament as a fresher team.
Fresher, yeah. 2 solo players put together as a duo by yours truly. They did well.
coming through with some upsets in the Swiss stage and going all the way to the final, unexpected, and putting up some really good performances from unusual. Player of the tournament, I would have to say, on the AWP. He's put some very nice clutches going through.
Just a
And,
shame he couldn't get the AWP on that CT side at the end there. Otherwise, could have been a completely different story.
and I just wanted to say thank you for Susie for putting this on.
Yep.
£40 provided for of Steam money to our winners. That's £20 provided by Tig and J Chef or to Galog Peak. And I guess the good thing about about this is that we can see the skill level of Counter Strike players at SVG here. And of course, speaking of competition, this is
Yep.
not just the only way you can compete at CSGO at university level. Not just at our university, you can represent our university. We have forums for you to also find teammates, join current teams, make new teams of any skill level, all the way from gold novas, like global elites, all the way down to silvers.
And
And we have
yeah.
teams at every level, and we're doing signups right now. They close next week, but we're making teams just this week for it for Newell and NSC. And there's a form in CS:GO announcements. I'll post it again for you guys to join. I mean, it's good to be lots of teams playing, and it's a good way to get more people playing Counter Strike at SVG.
Yeah, so those tournaments will be coming up. They'll be you playing, I think, every Neil NSC every Sunday, every Tuesday. That'll be good fun. You get to play with a bunch of friends from uni against other unis from across the country. So make sure you sign up to that. Andy is our CS:GO rep, so please ping him on Discord, send him a message if you've got any questions about that, or just ask any member committee, and they'll point you in the right direction. Obviously, if you're not a member of the SVG Discord, please come and join us. SVG um, discord.svg.uk. So hop on over to our Discord, and we hope to see you around. Thank you everyone so much for watching this tournament. Congratulations to Tagalog Peak for picking up the win here. Joe and Tink, great work there, and hopefully we'll see you guys all back at the next event. We don't know when it will be, but it'll be soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep an eye on the UOSVG Twitch channel. Follow us to keep updated with when we go live and what events we're running. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in